was we had seen before, not having any sort of metrics. It's very easy to say we're working on the problem and never see any gains. We thought it was important that around diversity and inclusion, we're actually setting goals and measuring ourselves against those goals. And sometimes we're going to miss those goals, which is fine. Sometimes you miss your growth targets or your sales targets. That doesn't mean you don't set them. So that's been very core to all the work that we do. And what we ended up doing as this group of 8 people is we just wrote down everything we knew to be best practice, knowing that best practices are going to change and we're going to learn more about what works and what doesn't work. But we wanted to put a stake in the ground, write down those things, and also start to build a community around those where we can update them. So a little bit like open source software, where people who are solving some problem will write a bunch of software, put it out there. Other people who find some benefit can use it. If they make extensions, if they want to add to it, they want to help maintain, they can also be part of that community. So thinking of the diversity and inclusion work and recommendations as almost like open source and trying to pull in these learnings from the community as well. And so we have this resource out on the website. We also have started doing more programmatic work through Startup Include, where we actually have cohorts of companies that come in and we help them to instrument a lot of their diversity and inclusion numbers. So it's not just demographics, it's not just how many Black women do you have in engineering and how many Hispanic men do you have in leadership. It's not just those demographic numbers, but also things like how included are people feeling. So the sorts of things that people study in engagement surveys, like does everyone feel like they have the same chances to succeed? Do they agree with the direction of the company? Do they feel confident in like where the product is going? So we help these companies to measure this data, and we're still building out those baselines and those benchmarks. But we think it's really important that we start to build community around this.